We bring the news back here at home now to a terrifying crime that unfolded nearly 3 years ago when an Ohio man drove to Minneapolis to find a woman he was stalking, broke down her door and stabbed her husband to death right in front of her. The court process that followed has been not any easier on the victim's family. Today they learned the killer will likely be committed to a mental hospital instead of prison. Lou Raguse is here with more on today's developments. Lou?
Julie, today Franklin White admitted he killed Ryan Peterson, pleading guilty to second-degree murder. But on Friday, that will likely change to not guilty by reason of mental illness.
With the details spelled out, the crime sounds to the family of Ryan Peterson as premeditated as can be.
He planned this for months.
Franklin White admits he fixated on and obsessed over former high school acquaintance Cassie Peterson. He learned where in Minneapolis she lived, then drove there from Ohio with a knife and a police-style battering ram, breaking into the home, admitting he intended to kidnap Cassie, then stabbing her husband Ryan to death as he stepped forward to protect her.
He drove over 12 hours to get from Akron to Minneapolis. He had to cut off his ankle monitor, so he knew he was doing something wrong.
It's very clear he knew exactly what he was doing.
Ryan's mother, Janet, and brother, Kurt, have been told that after pleading guilty, White most likely will be committed to the state hospital in St. Peter rather than being sentenced to prison because of the results of 3 different mental evaluations. The case has dragged on in the courts since the August 2022 crime.
At the state hospital, there's no minimum time frame for which we know he will be there, so there's no security for us. Ryan's wife is feeling so unsafe that she has moved out of the country because of how this is going to go.
The Petersons say they will always remember Ryan as a hilarious, loving IT genius.
I think the best way to describe him is just incredibly supportive.
But they also say the court case has only added more weight to their trauma.
Now, there is one more hearing on Friday in which the Hennepin County Attorney's Office will argue for prison instead of mental health commitment for White. But with 3 evaluations tilted in that direction, the family knows that will likely be the outcome.
Well, her husband really died a hero trying
absolutely.
to protect her. And they didn't have any history?
No. Just to
It's not like
emphasize,
they
this was
dated or
not
this
an
was-
ex-boyfriend, not even a friend. It was an acquaintance, somebody that she said hi to in the hallway in high school, basically.
Wow.
And he developed this obsession.
So
And
tragic.
so, yeah, and Ryan's mom says, you know, these evaluations, they happen so far after the crime that's why she has such a hard time accepting that it accurately depicts what his mind was when the crime was committed.
All right. Thank you, Lou.